Alright, when it comes to hair, I haven't been blessed with the best genetics. Both when it comes to my hairline and hair density, it's a little bit of a struggle. And as such, a great hair product can make a big difference for me. In this video, I wanted to highlight some of my favourite hair products from this year, basically the ones that I would definitely recommend trying in 2019. The performance of the products may vary slightly depending on your hair type, but based on the feedback that I've had from loads of my other videos, it turns out that if something works in my pretty weak hair, it tends to work really well for most other guys, and sometimes even produce better results. I'll leave links to all these products in the video description so you can try them for yourself. Whether you're from America, UK, or India, I've got you covered. Okay then, let's whiz through them. I'm not going to go in any particular order. For the first one, we're covering one of my old faithfuls. The Wax by Dude offers arguably the strongest hold I've ever tried from any product, whilst at the same time maintaining a nice matte finish. There's no crispiness or greasiness, and the thing for me is it just provides that same consistent result all the time. There's no doubt about it, this one is definitely on the stickier side of things, but essentially that's what gives it extra grip. I've been recommending this product in particular for years on this channel, so this year when they've agreed to partner with me, I've been so pleased to promote their product because it's one that I think's really great. If you followed my channel before, you might have expected me to have mentioned that one. However, you might not have expected this one. The SHEH-VOO Ocean Clay is a product that, honestly, I expected that I was going to hate. Personally, I'm not a fan of the company owner, Dre Drexler. I think in many ways we have vastly different opinions when it comes to YouTube content, but this stuff was being super hyped across different social media, so I thought, you know what, it's obviously going to be overhyped, I'm going to try it and probably end up ripping it to shreds. However, I've been trying this for a few months now, and it's actually pretty good. This stuff is extremely similar to the Hands de Foucault Claymation, which I've recommended before on the channel. But if anything, I think that this stuff is probably slightly better. At least in my hair, it certainly gives a great end result. This one provides a semi-matte finish with a pretty decent hold. It's nothing spectacular, but it's quite high. What I like about it is it seems to provide some sort of separation without making my hair look really thin. Normally with these heavy texturizing products, I end up seeing straight down to the scalp. But with Ocean Clay, that hasn't seemed to be the case. It's super easy to use, smells great in the hair as well. You even get quite a lot in the tub, and per use, you don't actually have to use that much, so overall, I'd definitely recommend giving this a try. For the next one, we're going pink. The VO5 Blow Dry Lotion makes a return from the video that I did about 2 years ago. As you can probably tell, I'm not sure this is really marketed towards men. If you're bothered about the pink packaging, you can just rip off the label. But I tell you what, I've ended up using this stuff all the time. As a guy who's constantly in front of the camera, it's quite important for me to at least have half decent looking hair. And as a result, I have to style my hair every day and I can pile through products in no time at all. I tried this a couple of years ago when I was looking for just a cheap pre-styling product that offered good results, and that's proved to be exactly what it is. So as with any pre-styling product, you apply this into wet hair and then use the hairdryer afterwards. And overall, it gives good volume, and it also provides heat defense from the hairdryer too. It definitely makes it a lot easier to style the hair, and overall the added volume makes it look good. So if you want a really cheap product that you can use every day that isn't going to cost loads of money, this one might be worth a go. If you want to step it up a notch and get better results, then I'd recommend changing to something like this one. The by VILAIN Psychic Zero is part of their new organic line, and this is really the next tier up. When I first tried this product, to be honest, I wasn't that keen because I found it a bit different to use. This is one that definitely makes the hair feel a lot more thicker. It kind of adds reinforcing hold to the style. Now before, having mainly used products like this one, I wasn't used to this added effect. Nevertheless, as I've been using it more and more, I found that when I want the best results possible, I'll often use this as the pre-styler. Especially when you combine it with a stronghold product, I find that you just get great results, with far fewer flyaways, and you have a lot more control over the style. Certainly worth a go. One thing that I've been using more and more this year is different types of hair powders. Hair powders are great because they can add to the texture and thickness of your hair, which helps to reinforce hold. I've been recommending these for a couple of years now, but the reason I've been using them more and more this year is because companies are coming up with different applicators. I've been testing the upcoming powder from Dude, and it features this little spray applicator, which is really nice because it allows for a much more even and easy distribution. The problem that I've had in the past is that when you're using one of the little tubs, often you can end up with big clumps of product, which makes the hair often quite difficult to work with. Whereas with the spray applicator, it already disperses it for you. So then all you really have to do is just create the shape and you're done. It's made it a lot easier and a lot more viable for regular use. That one's also a great choice if you have got fine or thinning hair. So I'll link some of those in the description once they're available. Another product that you may want to try is the VILAIN Wax Zero. This is also one of their organic line, and in my opinion this is the best product in their range. Earlier this year I was lucky enough to go and meet those guys at Slick Hair TV, and they sent me away with some of their products and I liked them, but then shortly after they posted me this sample, and this is a sample of Wax Zero, which they then released late this year, and it's definitely a really great product. Very easy to use, very consistent results, with a strong hold and a matte finish. It's always a thumbs up from me. If you've got thinner hair, it's another good choice. I want to chuck in some honourable mentions as well, because there's some products that are my absolute favourite, but I think are still pretty decent. The first one is the BLUMAAN MONARCH Matte Paste. I've been very critical of some of the other BLUMAAN products. They haven't really worked as intended in my hair, I don't think. However, I tried one of these and I must say it was pretty good. And hairspray wise, the two that I've probably used the most this year are either the Hairspray by the Dude or the Got to Be Phenomenal hairspray. I think that these two offer the best value and performance for the money. I've also mentioned the Johnny's Chop Shop hairspray before, which I also think is a great product, but I don't think you get that much for the money. Whereas with these at 200 milliliters and 400 milliliters respectively, you get loads. Anyway, that's my roundup. I know that there's been a few repeated brands through this one, but some of those guys, they're obviously doing stuff right. And when you've got consistently good products across different ranges, you know they're a brand you can really trust. Let me know in the comments section what is your favourite hair product right now, and which products do you want to try for the new year. Subscribe if you're new to see more hair and style tips, and I'll see you in the next one.